Hey, Ash here from All Things Dentistry, the place where we're passionate about sharing those unwritten hints and tips of dentistry. This is from Dr. Zeev Simon at Surgical Master. He's a periodontist in Beverly Hills. I watched a webinar and I wanted to share this with you. He does not know I'm talking about this. He uses 3X sutures. We're going to go through the video on how to do this. And this is for an intact socket. I'll try to see if I can get that webinar on link in the description box below. This is what we're going to talk about. Is just a basic bone graft with a membrane, and then we're going to do 3X sutures.
Say what?
Say what?
To hold in that membrane. It's crazy. What a great idea. And you can see the 3 knots, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to show you a couple different techniques to do that. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope this makes a significant difference in your practice. Let's jump into it. He talks about using different types of sutures for each procedure. I'm not going to get into the weeds because he is the expert on that, but I did want to share using 4-0 sutures. So using 4-0, and the thing is that I'm using these Castroviegos. They're a little bit longer. I've talked about them before from my perio buddy. Okay, so we're going to start at the mesial buccal corner of the socket, and we're going to bring that right through and then bring it across to the mesial palate, and then we're going to come out on the palatal side there. Now, for all of these, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from the socket outwards. You can do it the other way. My experience in life is that it's really hard to suture in towards a membrane or a collagen plug or whatnot. So to prevent snagging with the needle, I'll go from the inside of the socket outwards, and then we're going to cross over to the mesial buccal and tie off our knot right there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to tie off our knot and make sure it's on tissue and not just overlying the socket itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to start a little more distal, same thing on the mesial buccal, and really what we're trying to do is we're trying to make a spider web over top of this bone graft, and we're really trying to make sure that our membrane doesn't come out. Now it's very precise, and we're taking our time, but we're just trying to improve our outcomes of our bone graft. Another way to keep your knot right on tissue if you're having a hard time is you can bring the needle back through really close where you initially punctured the tissue and use it more like a horizontal mattress. And what you can do is that'll keep the knot right on tissue. Now the problem with that is that now you're making another micropuncture wound. So we're going to make sure that when we're throwing our knots, we're keeping the needle between our fingers, and then we're just kind of wrapping around our fingers if you want. I'm going to do a regular throws, and let's rock on to our third one. All right, so we're going to place our last X suture, and we're just going to move a little more distal, just a little more further down the train, and we're going to do exactly the same thing. Now, again, like Dr. Zeev talks about, it looks like chaos, but it actually is more like a controlled precision type of chaos in a type of little spider web, and we're really trying. Oh, look, I pulled it right through. But we're really trying to maximize the number of sutures that are going to be overlaying our collagen plug, because when I was using collagen plug, that was the main problem I had, was that I didn't place enough X's and the collagen plug would pop out after a while. Now let me know in the comments below if that was your issue. And I'll be honest, I'm almost at 25 years of doing this, and I'm just learning about this now. So I hope that this little tip from Dr. Zeev is really helpful. Okay, so we're coming up to the end, and we're just going to make that last cut, and then there we have it. We've got our 3 sutures, our 3 X's across our bone graft. I'm super grateful you're here in the amazing community. Love to all of you. And if you see Dr. Zeev or send a message to him, thank him for this tip. We'll talk to you soon.